Here we go. Yes!
As you inevitably catch barbel whilst chub fishing and chub while specifically setting your stall out to catch barbel, both fish feature in this stalking video. Although as you'll see, chub are in fact the target species. Throughout, footage is captured in the summer months during the middle of the day, often in full sunshine, when these species can prove their most difficult, not at dawn or dusk, when they're far less suspicious and are subsequently more obliging. Consequently, this demands the stealthy stalking approach, as I meander along four of England's finest habitat-rich rivers. Hampshire's most famous chalk stream, the River Test, Norfolk's diminutive and overgrown River Yare, the upper reaches of the Great Ouse, where the bottom sprouts massive beds of bulrushes, and my local Norfolk hotspot, the River Wensum, which is in fact where we start. It's now the end of June, and the river is completely choked with weed, offering few clear runs in which to place a freeline bait, except beneath the shade of overhanging trees. So I'm attempting to catch chub in a rather unusual way.
Now the reason I'm stuck up this tree is that beneath it on the bottom here is a very wide gravel run, and it's absolutely chock-a-block with fish. The rest of the river is wall-to-wall weeds, and where the tree blocks the light, the weed doesn't grow, and the chub love it under here. I've got a worm in. The worms are really doing well today. And the secret with this, it's a bit awkward, I'm a bit short on striking angles, is to get this, plop this worm in, and hopefully watch one of them take it. Now I'm going to swing it upstream where I can't see it, let it go in the water, and just watch that go down and see, whoops, shake a bit of line out, see if something comes up and grabs it. Whoa, no, that went through the swim too quickly. That's faster than I thought. I'm going to have to sling it well upstream. Oh, there's a swan at the top of the run there. Let's see if something's going to suck that in. I can see it going through. Is anything going to take it? Yes, here we go. Whoa! Oh, I love this. Oh, watch it doesn't get in the roots there. Oh, a huge barbel just shot out there of that wee bit. I hadn't noticed that. Now, the only snag, of course, is a nice chub when you're stuck up a tree like this is... How do you get the chub in? Well, I'm going to have to try and pass this rod around like that. There we are. Still with the chub on the end. It's a bit unceremonious as regards to the chub. He's off again. Oh, that was a big barbel I saw down there. I should have really seen that one first. Now, where is it? It's gone out in the current again. No, he isn't. He's underneath that root. Out you come. Ooh, let's bring the net over my left shoulder so I can get you in. In you come. Ooh, there we are. Tree chub. Well, they may be medium-sized, these fish, but they sure are scrappy. Whoops, there's what's left of the worm. Whoa, that was lucky. That was nearly falling out. Look at that. I don't suppose that is 2 pounds, but they're wonderful, wonderful fun Indian style.
Now we visit the upper reaches of the fabulous Great Ouse above Bedford, where Vauxhall Angling Association, which incidentally anyone can join through local tackle dealers, controls several miles of superb chub and barbel fishing. Here the Ouse runs fast and clear over a hard gravel bottom from which grow long flowering beds of water crowfoot and great clumps of dark green, onion-like bulrushes.
There's 1 or 2 barbel just behind those big clumps of bulrushes, and I've catapulted some hemp in upstream, and I'm just going to try and get into a position to make a close range cast. What I don't want to do, of course, is scare them before they get a chance to see the bait. It's a bit hairy this, because if I hook one, well, there's a couple of small barbel and chub out there now. If I hook one and it goes hurtling off downstream, I'm going to have to jump in here and go after it. Look at that chub moving across that gravel bar there. Amazing, isn't it? Ooh. I've spooked one of the chub, but that doesn't matter, the barbel is still there. I think what I'll do, I'll pinch another shot on my link. I've got a very short link on here. Now I don't want it to go bouncing, I want it really to hold position. There's lots of fish there sucking in that hemp. Right, now I've got a single boilie on the hook, on a hair, and I'm going to pinch some paste around it. Because if they take the paste off, the chub rattle the paste off sometimes, there's still going to be a boilie on the end of the hair. And the hook's of course proud, so that should go home. Let's just put a few more boilies in there before we start. Oh, this is like an aquarium, this swim. It's lovely. A few more. See if we can get them on the bottom there. Now they're drifting down nicely. There's a small chub. And put a few more further upstream. That's lovely. I did see a very big fish here a little while ago that could well have been a double, but he seems to have disappeared for the moment. Let's get my bait in position anyway. I'm going to cast across the other side and then just bring it, whoops, that spooked him, just bring it back. That's lovely, that's settling right. Oh, there's a good barbel there. No, he's turned around. He's shot off. The sun's suddenly come out and I think it spooked them a bit. Oh, Chub was... Chub had a go at my bait then. He might have nobbled the paste off. Here we go, we got a barbel. Yep. Oh! Oh, it's going right downstream. Oh dear. Oh, I'm going to have to go in here. Oh dear. Oh, I hold my waistcoat up. Oh, he's come off. Oh dear. Now that wasn't how it was supposed to go. Wilson was going to get into the middle of the river and land a double-figure barbel. Instead of that, he's stuck up to his private parts, and I better try and now get out. Oh. Well, that was a shame, because that was the big fish in the swim that... Oh. That was the big fish in the swim that took that as well, and it went hurtling off downstream. Oh dear me. Don't I get myself in a state. Let's just get rid of this water. Oh. Oh. C'est la vie.
For the moment, let's allow yours truly to regain his composure while we explore a Norfolk chub haven, the Tavera Mills fishery on the River Wensum, managed by Anglian Water and only 6 miles from Norwich. Those who book a holiday at the complex, which includes tench and carp fishing in a 20-acre lake, and stay in the angler's accommodation, have access to the river here. I started in the Weirpool, and after some dace and chub, decided to wander downstream.
Now this is really a lovely stretch of the Wensum, and what you're looking for to catch chub is feature swims. And here's one under the branches of this alder. Let's give it a go. Now what you have to do is be very, very quiet. Pick your feet up like a chicken. Everybody thinks you look nuts. There's a guy over there on the road riding a bike. He must think I'm balmy. But never mind. I'm creeping down now. Using these old dead stinging nettles as a sort of a visual barrier. And the nice thing about travelling for chub is all you need is a rod and your net and your bait. I've got some luncheon meat in here, cubes. I've got some bread, and I've got a lovely big tub of worms. And of course the weight of a heavy lob like that, whoa, it's a bit of a snake, soon takes it underneath. There's an overhang there. It's where all the cut weed forms around the roots of the low-lying alder branches. I'm just going to nick a size 6 hook just into one end of the worm. 6-pound line direct, because summer chub do fight hard. Just like that. 11-foot Avon rod with a built-in quiver tip. Now, what I have to be careful of here is making a very accurate cast, so I'm going to go just a little bit closer. Now, what I've got to try and do is plot this in the gap just past the weeds. Whoa, that's lovely. The Wensum in the summer is so clear. Sunlight hits it and it grows profuse weed beds, and so you have to angle that down into the gap where the weed isn't. Let the current take that worm downstream. Just going down now under the raft. There's a bit of a raft there of cut weed and bits of flotsam. And just leave that there a second and see if a chub takes it. Let's just twitch it. Yes, here we are. Whoa! I was just going to twitch that upstream there and something grabbed it. I was thinking, well, we haven't had a bite yet, and got to be so careful with this weed. You've just got to use very heavy arm tactics with these summer chub. You can't let them get their heads down. In fact, that's festooned with weed, that fish. Right, so let's net you where you are. Come on, up you come. Yes, gotcha. I really didn't think, it's a nice fish. We were going to get a bite there, but away it went. Look at that. Lovely summer chub. They've got that wonderful brassiness. Where's the worm? Let's just find out where the forceps are and unhook that one. Whoops, there we are. There's what's left of our lobworm. Lovely fish, look at that. Deep-bodied, hard-fighting, and it's got that pewter enamelling that you only find on summer chub. Super fish. Well, that was rather nice, catching a fish from underneath that raft there. I'm working my way now towards the road bridge. What else did you get for Christmas? And I've come to this swim. It's a very difficult cast here. There's one or two chub underneath that alder on the far bank, and the only way I can accurately get a bait in there really is with bread, so I'm going to leave the worms. When you're throwing a lob through through the air, they tend to create a lot of air resistance, and they can deviate a foot either way. So what I'm doing is putting on a big chunk of bread flake, like that, completely covering the size 6 hook, dunking it, knowing that it's going to sink when it gets there. And I'm going to do an underhand swing and try and get it somewhere near under those alders. Now, sometimes a chub might come out and grab it. I don't really think I was far enough then. No, I wasn't. Let's just bring that back. There's fish underneath those trees, but they want it. Oh, that's better. They want it all the way out. Oh, that's caught up on a... It's funny, if you throw free food in... Oops. If you throw free food in here, it goes down. But of course your line catches up on all this surface weed. Let's try again. That's better. No, it's still caught up. Look at that, would you believe it? Come on off. Now then, is a chub going to take it? Yes. Ah! Pulled the hook straight out of it. Oh, it can be. Whoops, I've got a line everywhere here. It can be very frustrating, this sort of fishing. It's all or nothing for a split second. I think what I'm going to do is move downstream 40 yards here to this road bridge. It's very dark beneath there, although there might be lots of cars going over it. There's usually quite a few chub beneath it. Let's see if we can catch one. Carefully does it, Wilson. Doesn't matter what noise the cars make over it, but if I should clonk around on the bank beside it, they might get wary. Ever since I was a kid, I've had this fascination with road bridges. There's always fish underneath them, and you never really know what you're going to get. Let's open the bail arm, let that drift down just a little bit more. There could be dace, there could be roach, chub, barbel. I've actually caught grayling under this bridge before now. You never really know what you're going to get. No, nothing's moving that. Let's try a worm. They seem rather loath to take the bread. Let's try a big old juicy lobworm. That's got more weight to it and that'll probably go down. I've got a sneaky idea that the last winter's floods have scoured under this bridge quite deeply and that there's probably more water than the 2 foot here, so I'll just flick that lob in and straighten it up, and now let a lot of line so that the worm can go right to the bottom. Give it a lot of line because the current here is very fast. That's better. Let that go through. Bit more line. Tighten up to it and everything. Fish takes that. I feel that gentle tremble on my thumb and the line will go round like that. Whoa! Look at that. Now what's this? You never know what you're going to get under this bridge. It could be roach, chub, barbel. Oh, it's got in that weed there. No, it's a chub. Oh, this weed is so thick. God. I was caught up in the weed there. Oh. Here we go. Oh, lovely. Oh, there we are. Let's have a look at it. Move the worms out of the way. Well, they definitely want worms today instead of bread flake. That's what's left of my lob. Whoops. Where are you? Out you come. It's a lovely, clean-looking fish. Look at that. About 2.25 pounds. Lovely enamelling chub, haven't they? Brass pewter. They've got that orangey glint to their fins. Sometimes in the summer they're more orangey than this. Lovely fish, whatever size they are. There you are. Back you go.
Meanwhile, back at that lovely bulrush swim on the Upper Great Ouse, I decided to change tactics and swap the paste-covered single boilie for a duo of small fish meal boilies on the Dacron hair rig.
There we are, we're all ready to go again. Despite getting in the water, these barbels seem so hard on this bait, I'd be silly not to have another go, wouldn't I? And I can't get any wetter. Whoops. Now let me just creep over past my bait tub. Now that's lovely. There's still 1 or 2 fish. Don't believe it, there's still 1 or 2 fish moving over there. Let's put some on that run. That's where they are. Right, let's just ease this out. That's lovely. I can see the fish approaching, but I actually have to feel the drop back on the line to strike. Right, now there's nothing there at the moment, that's great. They do tend to come in over the back though. They seem to skirt the big beds of streamer weed and suddenly appear from nowhere. I think one of the reasons I'm getting away with this is that these beds of bulrushes are shielding me from the barbel when they're coming up towards the bait, and behind me the stinging nettles and sedges are so high they're not actually seeing me, and as I don't move about too much, and I'm sure they're not aware of it. This is real aquarium fishing, this. It's lovely. One of my favourite forms of fishing, where you can actually see the fish's response to what you're doing. Here comes a small barbel up now, he's turned around. And because once you've enjoyed and learnt from watching this sort of fishing, you can put it into practice in swims where you can't see the fish. There's a chub just going from the boilie now. No, he's left it, thank goodness. Barbel's moving up now. He's moving up now. He's approaching it. I think he's taken it. He has, yes he is. Ah, pulled out of him. Ah! Swan shot came back and clonked me round the head. Oh. Listen, do any of the crew want to have a go at this? Still quite a few chub mooching about there, and oh, there's some barbel there too. The way I'm messing this up, it amazes me they're still fishing the swim. There's a barbel upending just on the bottom there. So it's where I want to put the bait, so I'm going to wait until he disappears a bit, I think. There he goes, he's moved down, right. Let me just bring the bait to there. That's lovely. I can see rough, I can't exactly see it, but I can see, the most important thing is I can see where it is. More or less the spot. And as a fish comes up like it is now, that's a chub. I can then get myself ready. Of course, all I feel on the line is a gentle drop back. I'm not going to get an exaggerated bite because they're coming upstream, taking it and turning away. and that makes my rod tip drop back. We've got an awful amount of planes here today. We're in quietest Bedfordshire, and it's plane after plane after plane. Now there's a small barbel coming up into the swim now. They're coming for the bait. Yes, here we go. We've got this one. Right, into the water. Whoops. Got to hold my waistcoat up there. I don't want all my hooks to come out. Oh, God, it's cold. Oh, goodness me. Right, it's still going. Oh, it's better. Right, now. Well, I don't think it's a particularly big one, but in this sort of situation, any size, whoa, lovely. Any size barbel is fun. That's absolute, whoa, magic, that really is. Whoa, it's still going. There's no way I could have landed it from that position because it would have gone round these bulrushes and it would have been good night nurse. Oh, it's a lovely fight. Wow, that big one that I lost. How that would have gone, I just don't know. This is lovely. Oh, it's a spirited fish, about 3 or 4 pounds. Lovely. Oh, it's still going on. This net is getting on my nerves. I don't think I'm even going to bother with this. Oh. Right, let's pick him out for a change. There's something nice about being in the water with your fish. It's apart from being wet, it's it's I don't know. There's a sort of a closeness with your environment, I guess. Look at that. It's not a monstrous fish, but what absolute 5 minutes of pure action and fun. Look at that. Oh, right, when you see them come up to the top like that and their mouth shows they're almost ready. He's got a little bit left. He's got a lot of weed around him too, but isn't that lovely? Absolutely.
Now we leave the ooze yet again to try for chub in the diminutive upper reaches of Norfolk's charming River Yare, which skirts the Balborough gravel pit complex on the outskirts of Norwich. A fishery managed by Norfolk Anglers Conservation Association, which anyone can join through local tackle dealers. The deep pits are renowned for pike, bream and tench, while the marvellously overgrown river boasts a wily head of specimen chub that are real suckers for the stalking approach. Freelining heavy baits like slugs, red flake, cheese paste or worms etc. works best during high summer, with large hooks tied direct to a 5 or 6 pound reel line. Though sometimes greedy nuisance species can prove really troublesome.
Oh dear, the way that line tightened then, I thought we got a chub, but look, he's not much bigger than the worm, is he? There we are. Well, so let's just gently plop him back. Put a new worm on. Now I've sneaked up into one of the cert swims here underneath this big willow, and if I don't get anything out of this, well, fishing is dire. Never mind, I'm sitting well back here. I'm just going to plop it in the edge. Whoops, hit a stinging nettle growing out of the tree then. Right, just watch that as that line comes back. There's a big undercut bank cavern all along here where years of floodwater have carved out a hideout, and if the chub aren't in the main piece of the river, then they're actually almost under my bank here. So I'm not going to tread any further because I actually could be standing on top of where they are. Have a little twitch thing. Yes, here we are. Ah! At last. I know the chub are under that undercut there. Yes. And after a succession of little perch, we've finally hooked one. Lovely. Oh, a nice fish too. Oh. That came out of the undercut to grab that worm. That's incredible, isn't it? You'd never usually think of fishing in these, whoa, tiny little confined swims, but there's some big fish here. You can walk by and never see them, but there we are. Ooh, yes, that's a nice chub. That is a nice chub. Wonderful. If it was in better condition, that would be well over 4 pounds. As it is, it's probably about 3.5. He's got a bit of a deformed mouth. Look, sideways on. Looks like somebody's hit him on the nose with a mallet, doesn't it? Big mouth though, classical big chub mouth. There we are. Let's see where the hook is. The worm's already come out in the net. And where is it? Oh, it's only just in as well. Look at that. It's amazing. Now, a lot of people think a size 2 hook, direct to 6 pound line, would probably be too big, but look at the size of it. The chub's mouth compared with a hook. It just shows you. They're not frightened of big hooks and big natural baits as long as you're quiet. Let's put him back. Here we are. Let's return him to his undercut. It's a bit muddy here where the river's been over the banks in the recent floods. There we are. He's gone straight under there. So still the odd fish out there willing to feed. Let's have another go. There's quite a few 3s to 6s in this swim, and I think 2 very much bigger ones, including that one that I lost, but I haven't seen that. Haven't seen that since I lost it. Ah, now then, I can see where that landed exactly. It's a bit uncomfortable this because I'm sort of perched, encouraging backache. I don't want to stand up in case my head comes above those sedges, the line of sedges and stinging nettles behind me. In fact, I think I'm going to kneel down. Ah, I can still see, that's fine. Reed warbler just shot by there. That's lovely. I can see almost as clearly without Polaroids. This is like a veritable goldfish bowl. Got the line round the ball of my forefinger. Fish comes in and grabs that and does a runner. And I didn't see it whilst I'm looking around at all the other nice things to see, then I won't lose a fish. The chub seem to be the early patrollers, and then the barb will move in. And for once I'm pleased that the chub aren't in a feeding mood. There's a barbel in the swim now. No, he's gone off again. He's still there. No, he's gone away again. Oh, yes, here we are. Whoa, another one. Now, will we have to get in the water for this one or not? What's this? I think this is a small one. I might, if I keep the rod up high, just be able to get him out without having to go for a dip. Whoa, it's right through that weed. Come on. Yes. Oh, it's a chub. Look at that. Would you believe it? I just said the chub aren't in a feeding mood, and we get one. Well, that's lovely. Those big old rubber lips. Look at those. No mistaking the chub. And that one's got a distinct liking for boilies, hasn't he? There we are. That's a nice chunky fish. Go. Getting on for £4. That's a lovely chub. Where's the hook? Oh, just in the scissors. Look at that. That was lucky, wasn't it? The hair rig boilie certainly does work. That's got a strange yellow stain there. Look at that. Isn't that odd? Lovely fresh fish. Doesn't look as though it's ever been caught. Isn't that wonderful? Whoops. Now, come on. We want to photograph you.
Where simply watching the line zing tight is your indication for striking.
Yes! Well, that's absolutely incredible. I saw a carp come down this weed bed there, and I cast out, and before the carp stood a chance, up came a chub and grabbed it. Oh! Come on. Well, I really thought that carp was going to grab that, but a nice chub nonetheless. Look at that. Look at that beautiful fish. Doesn't look as though it's ever been caught before, does it? Look at that. That's fin and scale perfect. I don't really think I've caught a chub like that before. Look at that. That is absolutely pristine. Isn't that wonderful? That's a knockout. That really is.
Well, after that superb 4.5 pounder, I took several lesser fish, including a 4-pound bream. Yes, there are bream in the test too. Before wandering downriver, marvelling as I went at the colourful wildlife and sparklingly clear weedy water of this quite unique valley, so very rich in flora and fauna. Finally, selecting a wide rush-lined bend to try for chub using flake and floating crust.
Oh, I'm just snuck in behind these burr reeds here. Yeah. They've got lovely rushes with them. There we are, look, that's the branched burr reed. And wherever you find these pretty marginal plants, you've got very tall, dense rushes that you can hide behind. I'm controlling that quite a way. Oh, there's a fish that's just touched the surface further down there. Yes, here we go. Yes, look at that. Lovely. That went like a bowstring then. Oh, it's got in the weed though. It feels like a good chub. Yes. Whoa. There it is. Come on. Got a lot of weed around him. This is so thick, this weed here. In you come. Yes. Gotcha. Well, I lost sight of the flake there actually. Watched the line and there was a twitch. And there we have it. River test chub. They don't get caught a lot in this river, and so they are in absolutely spankingly mint condition. Look at that. Whoops. He's not going to let me hold him this one. No, he isn't. Let's hold him this way around. Whoops. Look at that. Whoops. As angling writers say, in the absolute mint of condition. Well, as I couldn't get any wetter, I've decided to get in here with them, and they're not going to come through this gravel bar again, I don't think, having lost a couple of fish and caught a chub and barbel. And I think they're lying very tight into these clumps of bulrushes. So what I'm going to do is take one of these swan shots off the link and cast it downstream and let it swing in so it's laying just within inches of these bulrushes, and I'm sure that's where they are. We might be able to winkle out another fish if they are. Now, I'm not casting it too far down because I don't want to spook them straight away. I can increase the length if I don't get a bite. Set the clutch, that's lovely. I'm sure that's where they are now. We'll see. It's not so interesting in that I can't see them now, of course, but I know they can't see me because this 4 foot wide clump of bulrushes is actually stopping their vision of me. Whether they've actually gone off because of all the commotion of me floundering in and out of the river, well, I just don't know. We just have to wait and see. But they were hard on those boilies. They were taking a few cubes of meat that I put in, and they were really on the hemp, but of course they're not showing now. But I'm sure they're still holding close to these bulrushes. Well, I've waded out to here to get them there, but I've just seen 1 or 2 fish moving across the current just in that wee bed there, so just put my bait there and see if something moves onto it. That's amazing. Because of all these weed beds between me and the fish, they're not aware of me, even though I'm just yards away. I just saw 2 or 3 good fish come under that weed and take some of the baits. There only seems to be a very small percentage of fish willing to feed at the moment. I'm not surprised really, after all the kerfuffle of getting in the water and losing the big one. Then, oh, there's one over the bait now. It's coming around. Oh, there's another one. No, that's a chub. There's a fish almost on it now. I've just got a plink from the line. Is he going to take mine? Yes, he is. Whoa, lovely. Look at that. Whoa, beautiful. This is fabulous fishing. It really is. And he's not a big one. Whoa, but he's going, yes. Great fishing here on the ooze, it really is. Absolute magic, look at that. Oh, I love stalking barbel. I like watching them actually as a creature and studying their feeding habits. And you never believe you could get this close to the fish that you're catching, would you? Oh, he's in the weed. But you can. Oh, I think this must be the baby in the shoal. I've lost the big one, now I've caught the baby. Come on out. Still going. Still going. I'm not going to bother with the net. About £3. Isn't that lovely? Whoops. Come on. Hello, all of a sudden he's a salmon. We got you. There we are. Isn't that wonderful fishing?
Yes, it's back to my local River Wensum again, and why not, when it's full of weed in September, which makes for extremely difficult, if not frustrating, fishing, especially along this meandering stretch, which is almost devoid of bankside features.
Now, this is a bit of a sort of a nondescript swim here, really. It's very shallow, and I can't see what's there. And of course, if I stand up and get too close to them to see if there's any chub there, I scare them. So it's all fishing blind. It's quite nice, really. It's a lovely way of roaming the river. Just dunk that, make sure that's sinking nicely. Squeeze it a little bit more if it doesn't sink easily. And I'm just going to flip that down as far as I can, 20 yards or so, straighten the line up and let it go through on a long bow, and just keep my eyes glued to that line, which will suddenly tighten if a chub finds the flake. Shake a bit more line out. Here we go. Yes, look at that. That tightened like a bowstring. Whoa. Lovely. It's a funny day today. 1 minute it's sunny, the next minute it's clouding over, and there's a hint of drizzle. You'd never believe those fish are in that shallow water. It's got stuck in the weed a bit there. Whoa! Not a monster, but you've really got to play these hard, hence the long Avon rod and 6 pound line, because if you don't, they'll just get you in the weed. Oh, it's another nice looking fish. Let's get a little bit closer so that I can net this one. Now what I might do here is try and get this fish out and just leave him in the net down there and have another cast. Obviously I don't take a keep net. Whoa. Gotcha. Lovely. There we are, look at that. It's a nice fish. Whoops. Let's just... Whoops. Let's just ease the hook out with the forceps. There we are. That's why you need that size 4, really. Lovely looking fish, that one. They're all 3.5 plus, these chub. Beautiful. Really superb fish. Look at that big black tail.
You've guessed, I'm sure, that the secret here to weeding out the chub is carrying the absolute minimum of tackle and creeping about stealthily from swim to swim, always keeping well back from the water and wearing Polaroid glasses.
Now there's usually 1 or 2 chub under this big old alder here. And have a look, it's very shallow. Trouble is I've got to get down really close here to be able to skate cast a bait right under there. It's painfully clear, this river at the moment. It really is clear. Whoops. Didn't get that under far enough. Oh, that's better. Just skate casted that under there. Oh! Missed the bite there. Now, can I skate cast it into the same position? That was a good bang. I don't know whether it was a chub. It was a bit twitchy, but it was definitely a bite. Let's dunk that. Yep, lovely. Now then, sometimes skating it across the surface, just like you do a pebble at the seaside, you can actually get that right under there. Straighten the line a bit. That's lovely. Mustn't tighten on the line, because if you do, it makes the bait behave unnaturally. Let a little bit more line out. No, unfortunately the wind is so strong now, it's bowing the line and it's blowing the bait away from the tree. Let's just have one more cast. It's a difficult swim, this. Of course, if I was over on the other side, it would be a quick dunk and bang. Well, the light has gone a bit grim now, but this is a nice little swim here under this alder. There's invariably a chub or two in that little deep run just beneath it, so we'll see. I'll try flake. Oh, it's starting to rain as well. Never mind, I'll try flake, and if that doesn't work, I think I might try a big juicy lobworm. Let's have a dunk. Lovely. Right, now then, let's see. That's going down the run beautifully there. Beautifully. Just watch the line. Yes, there's a fish there straight away. Look at that. Whoa! Trying to get underneath those branches. Amazing, that. Absolutely amazing. Now then. Oh. Oh, it's a nice fish too. Yes. Whoa. Oh, it's going very well in that current. That really is. Oh, look at that. Yeah, turned it. That's coming in. Lovely fish. Oh, they look beautiful in that clear water. They really... Let's get the net ready. Come on. Oh. There's such a lot of flow here, it's almost impossible to bring it upstream towards the net. Gotcha. Yes, that's lovely. Oh, they really are a good average size in this river, aren't they? Look at that. Just spitting the rain there. Look at that. That's got to be another 3.5, and they're in absolutely superb condition. Very dark at this time of the year. A little bit of orange in their fins. Another nice one. I know this is unorthodox fishing, but I just saw a big perch, so I'm just going to, while I'm here, do a bit of walking. Oh, it's getting deeper. What the hell? I just want to have a look at this swim really in close up. I just saw a big perch, so I've put a worm on, but I can't see him there. Now, where is he? Well, that is... He's about a foot from my right foot. Oh. I'll just have to lower this down. There he is. He's going for it now. One of them's got it, but the smallest one's got it. Oh dear. Oh look. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Would you believe it? There was a huge perch. And this little one, oh that's not bad. This little one came and got it. That big one went between my legs. This is daft, isn't it? This is absolutely daft. Put your fin up. No, he won't. There he is. Look, those lovely colours, aren't they? Beautiful colours. Well, let's try another worm. Oh, he's under my feet again. I don't believe it. He's right, but he's there. He's turned around for the worm. He's sucked it in. Yes, we got. Oh, we come out. I don't believe it. Oh, he's still there. Right. The tail of the worm flew round and stuck in the hook. He's still here, and where is he? Oh, that was so frustrating. I saw it actually suck it in. And I thought, you clever devil, Wilson, you've done it. There again. You've seen it again? You've seen it again? He's got it. Yes, we've got him. Whoa! Well, if this isn't the end, I don't know what is. We've had Barbel here. We've lost Big Barbel. We've had Chub. We've had little perch. We've had frustration. We've had the big boy's day out. I don't think it's the big one, but nevertheless, finish the day, and I'm not going to mess about anymore because this is getting silly. But I don't think I've ever had such a wonderful, fun day in my life. How about finishing with a lovely, whoops, keep still. Whoops, he won't hold still. How about finishing the day with a lovely stripey like that, huh?
Before we go, let's take one last look at my favourite River Wensum, at famous Lemwade Millpools, a popular day ticket fishery, where I started quiver tipping for barbel and chub with a feeder rig down on the bottom of the main flush, but then fancied a change.
Right, well now I've given up the top flush and I've come down to the tail end of the pool where it narrows towards the road bridge, and about an hour ago I put some hemp and some worm and luncheon meat cubes into that run just past the weed beds on the far bank, and I'm just going to creep down, see if we can winkle out a fish from here. There's one or two chub and barbel in that fast run, and I've dispensed with the feeder rig. I've just got a ×2 swan shot on the link and favourite lobworm on the size 10 hook. Now then, let's just... Oh, there's a huge koi carp down there in that swim. Be funny if we caught that. There's quite a lot of carp in the Wensum and they've escaped from fisheries further upstream. Now let's just put that down there. Whoops. Somewhere near the carp, although there's chub and barbel there. Like I said, you never know what you're going to catch in the Wensum. You really don't. Now that fish has just turned around. Now he's going upstream. Now he's turned around again. It's an unusual looking fish, that. Lots of big black blodges on his nose. Probably a very expensive fish out of someone's ornamental lake further upstream, no doubt. Now he's gone away, he's gone further upstream. Let's see if the Chub and Barbel are interested in this worm. Now then, can we see any shapes moving there? Hello, little touch then. Tiny little touch then. Yes, we're in. Ah! What is it? Oh, it's a chub. A tiny little touch there. Really got to give this a bit of teddy here because can't allow it to get its head in those weeds. It's a real hit and hold sort of tussle. There's no finesse to these sort of fights. Now then, I can't see it. There's so many rushes and where is it? Weed here. Oh! Yes! Well, I never did. Oh, up we come. Oh, it's a nice chub too. Oh, there we are. Wow, there's weed everywhere. Now then, where's the hook? Oh, that was lucky, just in the corner of the mouth there. They're a bit lean this time of the year, chub, because they only spawned a couple of weeks ago, and they're a bit lean. It takes them a few weeks to get their body fats back, but lovely fishing here at Lemwade Miller. That's beautiful.
Actually, I've taken chub here to £6 during the winter whilst quiver tipping breadflake and on long trotting tactics using maggots and casters. But this early season fishing is so very different, where meaty baits like worms and luncheon meat cubes usually do the business. And as I'd already introduced meat into the run, along with a carpet of hemp seed, I baited up next with a large cube. Because to be honest, that colourful koi carp was starting to arouse my interest more than the chub.
Now then, that's a lovely fish, that koi. Let's just plonk this out there. So he seems to be coming round this wee bed. Put that on the bottom and see if he'll see that as he comes upstream. He might do. You never know. He's just turned around and he's meandering upstream now. Surprise, as soon as you put a lot of hemp seed down there, you get barbel and carp and chub. They'll be moving over it for ages. And I'm sure that one's walloped up most of the meat that I've put down there. Here we are, we're into a fish. Oh, now what's this? Well, it's not the koi because I can see the koi. Oh, it's a nice chub. Lovely. Beautiful. Give it a bit of side strain. Well, yes. It's really heavy. Oh, it's heavily in those weeds. There's the orange koi by the side of it. Would you believe it? Whoa. This is stuck in the weed now. No, he's coming out. He's coming out. That koi doesn't seem to be taking a blind bit of notice. He's looking for more lumps of luncheon meat. Well, right, let's see if we can get this chub in the net. I really would love to have seen that koi. He's still there. Oh, this is a superb chub. In you come. Yes, lovely. Well. Oh. Let's move him back. Oh, let's come up here. That is superb. Oh, that is a superb chub. Look at that. Now that chub can't be far short of £5. In fact, I'm not going to weigh it. It's just been one of those days today. Well, whoops. Now, where's the hook? Right. Look at all this weed. Now that is one superb looking chub. In the winter months, that would probably go £5.5. It's probably just a scraper now, but wonderful fishing here at Lemwade Mill. It really is. Look at that. What a fish to finish the session on, eh?